Some people talk about sickle cell disease, some people refer to sickle cell anemia. Are they talking about the same thing? Does it really matter? Let's find out in this video. Hey people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Sylvia. Welcome to AskAwayHealth, where we provide you with direction and clarity about everything medical. Sickle cell disease is a type of inherited blood disorder that affects a part of the blood called haemoglobin. Now, haemoglobin is a protein found inside our red blood cells that's responsible for the transport of oxygen around our body. It's essential for us to survive. Globally, sickle cell disease is most common in sub-Saharan Africa, East Mediterranean areas, India and the Middle East. Nigeria in West Africa, as the most populous black nation in the world, has the highest global burden for sickle cell disease. Understanding the disease, how it happens and how it affects people is essential to help us prevent and get treatment for this condition, and this is principally why I make these videos. By the way, I'll be sharing how you can get a copy of my free 7-point checklist for people with AS genotype or sickle cell disease carriers that looks at issues to consider with regards to your health status, the background for sickle cell disease, and what to do about relationships. It's free. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video so I can tell you how you can get your own copy. Now, in sickle cell disease, hemoglobin is abnormal because the individual has inherited genes for abnormal hemoglobin. This is what causes the change in the red blood cell and of course leads to the disease. When an individual has normal red blood cells with normal hemoglobin, the shape of the red blood cell is flexible and it's like a disc. This allows the cells to move freely in the blood and easily through the blood vessels in order to carry out all their functions, including transporting oxygen around the body. However, with abnormal S-hemoglobin, the red cell takes on an abnormal shape. Instead, it becomes like a rigid sickle shape that looks like a crescent moon. Because of this abnormal shape, the red cells can no longer travel freely, smoothly, flexibly through the blood. They also become sticky, and so they clump together inside the blood vessel, blocking the blood vessel. Now, when all these changes occur, they prevent the flow of nutrients and essential oxygen around the body. And in addition to not functioning normally, these sickle red cells are very fragile. They don't live long compared to normal red blood cells. A typical red cell will normally live for between 90 to 120 days, so 3 to 4 months, in the blood before its natural death, and then it's replaced by new blood cells. This is what happens in everybody normally. On the other hand, sickle red cells only live for 10 to 20 days. And so what you have essentially is fast turnover of blood cells, quicker than the bone marrow and the body can produce new cells to replace them, and that creates anemia, which is part and parcel of the condition in sickle cell disease. These changes to the red blood cells also cause the other significant problems that we see in people that have severe sickle cell disease. These changes to the blood cells, the red blood cells, also account for some of the other problems that we find in the condition sickle cell disease. They can cause the blockage of the blood vessels in organs like bones or in places like the abdomen, can lead to very painful crises. It can cause stroke and organ damage, and like I've explained already, can lead to anemia. So that's a broad summary of what sickle cell disease is essentially about. But there are several variants or subtypes involving the abnormal hemoglobin S that could occur, and so they all come under the umbrella of sickle cell disease. Examples are hemoglobin C or hemoglobin D or S-Bthalassemia. When these types of co-inheritance happens, they can result in disease to different levels of severity. That depends on which gene combination happens. So it could be hemoglobin SD, hemoglobin S-C, or hemoglobin S-Bthalassemia disease. Now, when two abnormal S genes are inherited in the same individual, this results in hemoglobin SS, which is the severe form of the disease, and what we call sickle cell anemia. So basically, sickle cell anemia refers to the disease that is caused by inheriting both SS genes from both parents. An individual has the SS genotype. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about the treatments for sickle cell disease. I'm going to put a link in the description box below for you to check out that video. And if you haven't already, check out my video on which is more severe, hemoglobin S-C genotype or hemoglobin SS genotype. And if you did stick around to the end, thank you very much. To get the free 7-point checklist on issues that AS genotype individuals need to be aware, head on to the description box below, because there's a link that you click on and it takes you straight on to get a free copy of that booklet in your mailbox. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, if this information was helpful, let me know in the description below. Let me know if you'd like me to cover more of this kind of explainer topics or any other conditions you'd like me to shed some light on. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and when you do, click the notification bell so that every time I publish a new video, which is once a week on Saturdays, you'll be the first to know about it. To old subscribers, thank you so much for your support with likes and comments. It's really encouraging and helps us grow the channel. So guys, till I see you the next time, stay well.